Hello and welcome to Live Coding Happy Hour. I'm your host, Andrew Barnes, along with our usual cohort of awesome people here today. It is September 11th, 2020 today, and we are ready to do some live coding during this great happy hour. Let's start out with the intros. As usual, my friend and coworker, Brad, you're first.
Hey everybody, my name's Brad Tilton and I am a developer advocate with a developer program just like Andrew here at ServiceNow and have been developing on the platform as a customer, partner, trainer, employee for about 12 years.
All the things apparently. And our favorite co-host, Chuck Tomasi, right there.
Oh, this one. Okay.
That one.
Where'd he go? Hi, my name is Chuck Tomasi, Senior Developer Evangelist at ServiceNow. Been at the company for about 10 years, doing all kinds of things around custom applications and integrations. And I was a customer for a couple of years before that. And I've probably seen you. People always say, oh, I know you from the other. Well, I've probably seen you, dear viewer, on another video somewhere.
Awesome. Thank you, Chuck. And I'm Andrew Barnes. As Brad said, developer advocate here at ServiceNow. Been doing this ServiceNow thing for a little over 6 years. Don't have nearly as long as Brad and Chuck here, but I've put in my time so far. 2 years at ServiceNow directly. Got my first product shirt here on today, Madrid. He's about to be retired and no more once Paris comes out. Yeah, that's it. That's enough for today. Let's introduce our drinks of choice for today. What do you got, Brad? Something good?
Not especially. I have a Shiner Light Blonde today. Didn't have a lot left. It's a decent light beer if you have to drink the light beer. So that's where we're at.
I feel you. I'm reaching the dregs of I think there's 3 beers totally at all left in this house. Period.
We are all in the same boat because I had to go fishing and the best I could come up with is Dos Equis Amber.
Nice. So it is way too hot to drink this, but as I said, I don't have a lot of choices today. So I've got a black mocha stout from Highland Brewing.
Trade you on that. Yeah. Andrew, when you want to look more impressive with the years of experience, you hide behind the aegis of combined years. You go, all right, a combined experience on this podcast of 30 years. That sounds pretty good, right?
Sounds pretty good. That's true. So today we are going to be, so we're still in our Paris early access timeframe. So you likely know about this in some way or shape or form, that Paris is available in the personal developer instances. And if you are a ServiceNow customer or partner and you're in the early access program, it's available to you to install on your subprods and even productions at this point. But it is not generally available. It will be sometime later this month because it's out in Q3 and the Q3 is over at the end of the month. So it's a pretty good indication that it's sometime this month. And we're going to be looking at, as we have for the past, 7 weeks now, looking at features in Paris Today we'll be focusing on virtual agent. And we're going to extend one of our apps to use virtual agent where we haven't used it before. And as we're doing that, we'll touch on some of the pairs features. Since this is the first time we're using virtual agent for this app, we probably won't get to all, dive deep into pairs features, but we'll touch on them as we hit them. Other things you want to add about that, Brad, because Brad is driving us along today. He's going to be our master crafter for virtual agent.
Yeah. Out of the three of us, probably the one who has worked with virtual agent the least. So it should be the most fun.
That's the most fun, right? I love that part.
You guys can heckle me while we're going here.
I don't think there's going to be much to heckle.
Normal.
Your experience is only about a week behind mine.
So we're going to set up a virtual agent in our Meetup app and just get some basic conversations set up. And the thing that we want to do specifically is we want to be able to ask our Meetup app when the next meetup is. And we wanted to ask, do you want your personal meetup that you're the organizer for, or any meetup, which with them all being virtual is an even more important question now, since anybody can pretty much attend any meetup. So we want to do that and then connect it to our Meetup portal and get it all working. And then if we get that done and have more time, then we'll move on to something else. I think you said this already, Andrew, but we did have a couple of virtual agent blogs this week on the blog. We had one that was about the custom chat, the conversational chat custom framework. I don't think those words are.
I'm giggling because Brad's the one who wrote that one. So him trying to remember the title of his own blog is very entertaining to me.
If you read that blog and I'm consistent with the order of those words in the blog, I think that's a win because I'm pretty sure that wasn't consistent.
And the second one, was a bit more of an overview of the other features. So I only went, moderately deep in a couple of them and shallow in a couple more of them. And then as we move on later in the year and we have some use cases, we'll try and do some deeper dives for the parish related virtual agent and NLU capabilities on the platform. So you ready to share your screen, Brad? I'm ready to get in there and into the virtual agent designer.
I think so. Let's do it.
Make it so.
Awesome. Make it so.
This one. Let's see. Did that work?
I see it.
It appears to work.
Hey,
yes, sir.
All right. Let's zoom in a couple of times.
It's getting better.
Did you not
need a reminder?
There we go. All right. So this is the dev instance for the portal that or for the instance that our Meetup app is on. So we're going to be working on this instance, and I think the first. So let's look at this. Let's look at this Meetup portal, which is not actually available to anyone yet because we haven't moved it into the prod instance. But this is our Meetup portal, which is pretty simple. It just lists all the meetups. We have some Meetup content, and then we have a catalog where our Meetup organizers can, request things like reimbursements or things like that. And again, this is just available to Meetup organizers to help manage their meetups. And so what we want to do is we want to connect a virtual agent to this, and we'll connect a virtual agent to this. Oh, I had a brain freeze here, and then we'll get it going.
If I remember right, all you got to do is add the virtual agent widget to the page, and you're done.
I think it's different. I think you can do that, but I think there's a way now that you can do it from the back end, where you can say, I want this virtual agent conversation to show up on these portals. Okay. So you don't have to add it to all the pages. I think that's pretty recent, like last couple of releases. But we'll go ahead and build the conversation first, and then go there. All right. So Andrew says since Orlando.
Since Orlando. And that's about the last time I used it.
All right. So let's look at our scope here. I think we want to be in the meetup scope for this one. We have a couple of apps here. We have a meetup portal app, which that portal is built in. Then we have a base meetup app. And so I think this is our first decision point. I think my preference would be to put it in the meetup app. The reason I put that portal in a different app is because at some point we will probably rebuild that portal in Now Experience and the old one will go away. Yeah, what do you guys think? The base meetup app or the portal?
If it works
base meetup app.
Yeah, if the base meetup app, that should have the guts of your conversation or your topic.
All right, so we're there. So let's jump into
and then if the configuration for the, adding it to my portal, that should probably be in the portal one.
Yeah, I like it. All right, here is our virtual agent designer. It's hard for me to handle that this color is the wrong color here. It's all right.
I can appreciate that.
You mean that it's black against that dark green? Is that what I'm saying?
I think that's the old.
It's an old brand color.
Yeah, isn't it like the old?
It's not
a
new
gray
brand color
or a blue?
Okay, let's not talk about service portal designer then. It's got the old logo on it.
All right. So what we want to do is we want to create, I think, a topic block. So we have these topics, and then we have topic blocks. And topic blocks are basically chunks of a virtual agent conversation that can be reused within multiple conversations. I think similar to flows and subflows and script includes. And that's my take on this anyway. And then something new, I believe in Paris, is this custom controls where you can, we'll get to that when we get into the inputs here, but you can use I think it's a Now Experience component, or maybe it's multiple things within a conversation.
Oops, that was me.
Did I say something good?
No, it's round 2. Boxing match, go.
Go.
All right. So we're going to call this meetup. I have all these meetup options. What do I want? We are getting the next meetup. Let's call it next meetup.
Okay.
And then this is my favorite description to put in something, but we'll be good developers and put in a good description here. So get the next meetup for the user. I'm not going to give it a category because I don't like any of these. And then we're going to make it a topic block. So even though I was in the topic block area and clicked new from that area, it still asks me for this. So it sends you to the same form, this conversation builder form, no matter what. And you have to choose that. So that's something to be aware of as you're doing this. I don't think we need any of these yet. So let's go ahead and hit create. All right. So let's look at the properties. Oh, that's what we just did. All right, it's a topic block. So the first thing we want to do is, so this will be called from another topic. And that topic, I think, will determine that this person wants to know when the next meetup is. So I think the first thing we need to do is ask them, do you want the next meetup overall or your next meetup? So
okay,
that means that can I move?
Yeah, you just have to scroll.
Oh. So we want
You want
an
an
input.
Yep.
So I think
Those
static
things
choice
really
looks
should
right.
be collapsible, but
Yeah.
but as we covered earlier, I am not a designer, so
We had a wonderful pre-show discussion.
So name type. Next meetup type.
and so that name should be for the person who is authoring this, so that you know which thing it is. That's not a forward-facing thing. It's just for knowing which of these components you're working on.
Yeah, I'm like putting a name on an email notification just so you can read it later.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good point. Yeah. So I think what we have the prompt here, this will be what shows up.
Yes.
Yep.
So
The name is what goes up in the blue box on the palette.
I'm trying to think of a concise way to ask, do you want the next overall meetup or your next meetup? Which I guess we could just ask that.
You could
why don't
go ahead.
Why don't you say what type of event do you want to know information about?
I was just gonna say pick one,
And then
the choices
it'll
are
say
self-explanatory.
next or yeah.
Like we could do next overall meetup or my next meetup.
Yeah,
Like,
as the choices, and then the prompt is choose. Yeah.
Yeah, let's say.
So where is this going to be used? Is it part of the query?
So my thought was that this block would get called from the overall. So we would have a what do we call it? A
Topic.
Topic. That's the word. A topic that would look for the word meetup. Okay. And then that topic would determine if they're looking for the next meetup, then we send them here. Because something else that I want to do eventually is, if they're looking for, if it's an organizer and they want to submit a catalog request, then we can point them there too. And we could do all of that from the beginning topic.
Yep.
Okay. So where is this prompt going to be used? Where's the information from this prompt going to be used? Is it
What's
in
going
the
to ask the user which? Oh, so it'll be the query. So the next thing will be the query to get them the information, and so the outcome of this will determine what we query.
Okay. And the difference between next meetup and my next meetup is what?
Whether or not you're in a meetup membership.
That's a good question. So we should determine that. The meetup groups in this instance have organizers and owners, I think. And then do we also have all the members? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so if we've got the members, then we could even expose the name. Do you want the next available meetup or do you want the next Phoenix meetup? For example, you could use the data build. You should do a lookup first and then say, all right, which one do you want?
Right, but they might have 3 meetups that they're part of.
So take the first.
Okay.
Or we could show all 3 and then say all meetups.
Yeah, because the next meetup, I think somebody said, is in India in about 6 hours.
That was me.
Yeah.
I'm not part of that chapter. So the next one that I'd be not worried about, but interested in would be, the next one where I am a member of the chapter.
So in that case,
we do a lookup.
We wouldn't need this one. We do a lookup first.
Yep.
All right, let's try that. So I think we may need to do that in a script.
We would be able to do a lookup.
We should be able to just do a lookup, I think.
Maybe.
All right.
Just say, give me all the records where this person's a member. Because is that a many-to-many table?
I'm just not sure if, we might need a script inside the lookup.
That'd be cheating.
All right. All right, so this would be, oh, what's the name of that table?
Member.
It's members, there you go. So we have XS&C dev meet developers. Say
Not a many to many.
meet. There we go.
There it is.
And then,
Add condition.
so what do we have on here?
Where
ID.
member is
Ooh.
kind of thing. Uh-oh.
What's the, do you, Andrew, happen to know what the ID is off the top of your head? Is that something that we can match to a user record?
The meeting ID or the user ID?
The ID is not something that is. What? I'm sorry.
We're on the member
lost.
table.
Yeah.
We're on the member table. So I this is real data, so I don't want to look at the data itself here.
I can go look at the real data.
Oh,
and
for
then tell
PII
you.
reasons?
Yeah.
So we have ID and name. I'm guessing name is just a. So we could start this.
So the ID should be the ID of the member.
Like their email address?
I'm getting signed in.
Yeah,
I'll
somewhere
have
we
the
need
answer in
like
just a second.
the member is me kind of look.
So why don't we start this with just looking at the groups and returning, because these are going to be, this is for the meetup portal. So most of the people in that portal are organizers, or all of them. So they're probably going to be listed as an organizer.
Well,
that's not always going to be true, but I think for our purposes,
It's close
that's
enough
probably
for-
true.
okay. That's a different use case than I was thinking. I was thinking members could come here and say.
I think eventually it would be great to be able to put this somewhere where everyone can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So the member, I think what you want actually, yeah. So I don't think we have the group membership in the way that we would want it.
So this one would be more organizer is dynamic me.
Yeah, or the user that's right. The user that's starting the conversation.
So the member table you were on is strictly just the members, and that's it. So it's all of the users and their meetup.com ID.
Okay. And that's for like check-ins and stuff. Right.
Well, that's just their user record essentially. And then when they attend an event, they're part of the meetup list for that event. But what we don't have is that they are associated to a group that they haven't attended a meetup for. So we don't have that data because I've never needed it. We could, but I've never used that data. I only care whether or not you actually attend an event. So.
All right. So what we did here, it looks like there's a few fields on that table that have organizers and everything. And we're going to do that with the, so the input variable, I believe this is the user that initiated the.
Brad, I'm curious if that drop-down list, if the operator has is dynamic in there or not. Okay, so we could have is dynamic me, or we could use the data pill. Either way,
okay,
no difference because it's going to equate to the same values.
All right.
That looks like a good start.
Like a good query.
Let's do it.
Show me the ones, because the people who go there are either want to be an organizer, at least currently, or they are. And if we wanted to extend this to everyone, then we would need to add them to the groups. And so we would just add that table, which we're not going to do today because it's not relevant.
Yeah. So today, so I think we're going to get an output of this of some number of meetup groups.
Okay.
Maybe 0.
Are you going to, so that looks up the meetups. And now what you really need to do is look up the next meetup for any of those. Are you going to do that within this one, or are you going to pass that as an input to the next one?
I think what I want to do is say, hey, we found that you're a member of this group.
These groups, and then
And
pick which one you want to know the next meetup for
exactly.
it.
So do you want to know the meetup for a specific group or just for any group?
Why don't we just, instead of making them choose, because the point behind a bot, right, is to just give you the information quickly, like with as little interaction as possible.
Mm-hmm.
If I know which ones they're in, just give them the dates for all of them.
They
if
may
they
want to
have
know
one.
the next one. They may just want to know
For each
what's
one.
the next meetup period. It doesn't have to be one of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a separate query. But instead of asking them which one they want to know the next date for, just give them the next meetup event for all of them that they are an organizer for.
So we could say, hey, your next meetups are boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want, do you want to know, do you want to see meetup events for all
Some
the
other
groups or
group,
whatever the next group is?
just the next
All right.
one in general. But as far as returning the info for their meetups, just give them the info.
Yeah.
To me.
So Phil has a question about data privacy here. So I think, if you're just coming in, this is a VA conversation that will be on our meetup portal that's only available to meetup organizers. So this is all data that they already have access to, which anybody really has access to. It's just, any ServiceNow developer meetup and when the next one is. So anybody can go in and see, here's when all the meetups are planned.
Yeah, those are public facing on
portal.
meetup.com as well. So anyone, whether or not they're a member or not, can see when the next event is for any of our public groups, which this is for.
I feel like we're trying to enlarge the scope before we had an easy win. Like, we need an easy win that says when's the next meetup, and just go boom, there's the next meetup. It's tonight in India.
And then I think we can do that with the lookup we have. We just need to just go ahead and return them the results of all of those instead of asking them a question.
It's easier input. So we want to return. What do we want to return here? Links? Can we return multiple links with that?
We need like a free.
I'd probably do.
I want some flow designer concepts here.
Do we need
text?
To script something?
I just do text most likely, or cards.
Oh yeah, Mark says make it a pretty card. So
pretty card it is.
Let's go pretty card.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty might be a stretch, but we could put it on a card.
See, this singular record is a problem though.
Oh, so that's yeah.
Well, choose the variables. Let's see what we come up with. Maybe you can pick a multi.
Oh, script. Table. Oh, we already did that. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see what we can do with.
Look up meetups. Is the records. And then we want.
Let's just start with name and date.
Did you filter the lookup meetups for has event in the future?
No, because this is the wrong. So this lookup meetups is checking for the person who asked the question. It's just getting them their meetups.
Okay.
So I think we need to do maybe a second lookup and say, let's take those, whatever it finds, and then see when the next one is.
For a thing in the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you build that into the same query though, where it's mine, where I'm an organizer and it's in the future?
Yeah, you're right. We should do that.
You have to change the table in the query, but totally doable.
Let's say look up.
Now, the reason not to do it is because we could use that. Like, we can use it as it is for multiple things in this VA flow.
Yeah, but this is our VA block where the only thing that it does is get you your next meetup.
Okay, let's do it then. Then it should be on the events table.
Yeah.
Which is meetup events is the name of it.
and then dot walk
All right.
to find out if it's the right group.
Yep. So that one, and then we're going to dot walk on the meetup events dot group dot organizer, etc.
All right.
So we want group, and then
Wait, how do I dot
You need the
walk?
related fields. Is that at the bottom?
it didn't have that.
Oh no,
Oh no.
no dot walkie.
No dot walkie.
Do we get to script this?
I don't want to script it. I want to
I
pass
don't.
in the groups from
seems
the
like a-
previous one. Hit
All right, let's
cancel.
do 2.
That seems like a big
And
gap.
then, can I cancel this?
Yeah,
No,
X
I
out of the
killed it
condition and
already.
see if the condition builder will do it again for us.
I think I need to
guess
change
it's
the table
saved.
back.
Yeah, we gotta change the table back. Aw. Makes me sad now.
Oh,
You
no,
can
it's
see
not
we did a
called-
lot of planning on what we actually wanted from this today.
And sweet. It remembered our
Nice.
stuff for us. That was
Let's
nice.
see if they work.
Well, that's what I was thinking. When we changed the table, it still had 3 conditions in there.
Yeah.
No data pills or anything. We
So
probably
let's
should
save that sucker and make a new one, and then pass in the stuffs.
All right. Did I get a copy?
Yeah, you would.
duplicate.
Yeah, good.
Oh, we gotta,
Oh,
I think that duplicates the whole thing.
well, we got a flow copy and then a mobile copy. So in Paris so far, I was hoping maybe we
Virtual
got a
agent
VA
copy has got to be coming around the corner, right?
One would hope.
What was this lookup? For some reason, I have a hard time
They're at the bottom.
differentiating between what a user input and what a bot response is.
And we want the thing at the bottom, which is the blue ones.
There
The
we
black
go.
ones.
Wow. It's so much easier when you're not live. All right. Look next events. Oh, and this should say
Look up
Look up.
groups.
yeah, groups.
Look up next
Right.
events.
And here's where you can say in the future, and
Yep.
it's one of
Because
these.
now we have access to that data.
Yes. So we're gonna say
Group is one of my
group
groups, maybe?
is one of contains.
Contains? Oh,
Wait, do we have access?
I don't know
to
how
the
it handles
output of
the output of that being a single reference, but we are getting multiple results.
Oh, is it just a one record lookup?
Is it giving us one record? I feel like it's giving us one record.
I mean, it should still work.
It'll work for the first one.
I'm feeling like the VA team and the flow team need to get together at some point.
You're not
All right.
you're not wrong, Chuck. Look up records. It seems
and
relevant.
date-
I've definitely done look up records. I guess I scripted it. Lisa's in the chat. Lisa, did we have to script that?
She
I
had to
feel like
leave.
we did.
She said, "Good night. I'll enjoy the rest of live coding."
Oh man, she left me.
Failed right at the right time.
I'm gonna say
Lisa and I built a VA workshop
we
last
go.
year, so I figured
last
I'd ask her, but she gave up on us.
All right. So I think we're good there. We're looking for future meetups from what this returned.
Okay.
And now,
And now we give it a card because it's only one thing.
well,
got
it
the
probably will only be one thing. Oh, we already had a card down there. Let's go this way. All right. So
One very pretty
yeah,
card for the next
info.
meetup. Hey, and that's what we asked it was give us the one.
So I want the name. I want
Date?
the date.
The date
start there.
and probably
Give
the
the location.
time.
Location and a link.
Is there a
I think
time?
date is actually the time. Nope,
Date is-
Yeah.
it's not.
Well, there's event.
Do we want to know whether there's a government official there?
There's date and then there's event time. What's that?
there is event time is a date time field, which is what you want.
All right, let's do that.
So you don't need date because that has both.
Give me the link.
Oh, that's perfect.
The
Yeah,
link.
let's do the link.
And kill the date. That should be reasonable.
Enough to get
Let's
us
do
started.
it.
Enough to tell us whether we're off base.
All right. Well, should we test it?
Absolutely.
Why not? That's
Let's
what it's
test
there
it.
for. I only test mine in production.
And
it must be the Dos Equis talking.
How do we test it?
It was a test. The test button should have brought up a little daughter window.
You have a
Oh, you have one
angry
issue.
thing. Kill it. Kill the angry.
Oh, what's my angry thing?
The bottom thing that we're not
Oh,
using.
yeah.
You have an angry thing.
Well, it was that's
the
been
best I
sitting
can
there
do,
the whole
Chuck.
time. No, hey, I got it. It's been sitting there the whole time, so it wasn't. It should have just popped up. Oh, hey, here we go.
Well, this is different.
It is different. It's new in Paris.
Yeah, you should
All
pop up a little
right.
daughter window. Look at this. We got variables. We got logs.
And if you have NLU, there'll be NLU
Oh.
tab as well.
Can't find a valid record.
That sounds
That's fair.
actually sounds right. You
Well,
need to go set yourself as an
I
organizer.
did. I actually
Aw.
did some pre-work for this call.
On an upcoming
Surprising.
meeting?
Man,
Um,
on an upcoming meeting, look at the variables.
ooh, Nope, I did not do it on an
Click
upcoming meeting.
variables.
Do we need the shrubbery?
Oh, click variables. All right. So look up groups.
Look
It
up
did
groups.
find a
Return
group.
Is
group.
that one of your groups?
Yeah,
I
that
think
one.
this is probably my group because I only assigned myself to one group, but I don't believe it has a.
A next event?
Yeah.
619DD.
Can you add a new event for the Houston user group?
Sure. Can you do it?
Looks
Let's
like
just
our-
switch to shrubbery.
All right.
We will do
Looks
privacy
like our
shrubbery.
screen is
Go.
cut off a little bit.
You can do it
What am
now,
I doing?
Brad.
Oh, I can.
We're
do it
doing
now.
a privacy shrubbery.
Oh,
do
got
it.
it. Okay. My meetup events. Should I have not left virtual agent? Well, we'll see.
You probably shouldn't have, but it's fine. You saved it.
Hopefully.
I believe you saved it.
So let's just change the date of this one.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I do that?
31st is not
Yeah.
in the future.
All right.
Click the button and hit today.
Wait, so let's do this. We want,
Hit
so I
go
think
to
we used the
today.
date field in the query.
Whatever.
No, I want to hit the button a bunch of times, all right?
All right.
Right.
You do
not
you,
missing-
Brad.
People behind the shrubbery, you're not missing much.
Yeah. Please don't look behind the curtain.
All right.
You're missing Brad hit the right arrow button 6 times instead of using the go to today on the calendar widget. Just to try.
You guys didn't even have to say that. I mean, we could have pretended like I knew what I was doing there.
We could have pretended, but that would be
Thanks.
against the ethos of the show.
There's an entertainment factor we have to live up to.
All right.
Hey, it's saved with the next meetup type still being down there.
Oh, well, it's something. Let's get rid of it.
Mark Scott wanted to hear "Girl from Ipanema" while the shrubbery was up, but that might be.
Ooh, I could have some hold music. It can't be "Girl from Ipanema," but I could have some hold music.
Yeah, it might
Can
have something
I
publicly licensable.
topic preview mode?
I would
so I can
close
just
it.
refresh.
Oh, it's probably will work, but I get angry.
Can't find a valid record.
Click variables again.
Yeah.
All right,
Same
so that found
group.
the same thing and look up next events. All
Be nice
right.
if you could see the query that went on to try and get that.
Click logs actually. And
Let's look at the
they
logs.
do have pretty good
Topic,
logs.
blah, blah, blah. Task is setting, task primary sending confirmation.
Greeting. Yeah. All right. So it didn't find a result. Let's see. Why don't you go see if we can find the result? I can probably go. Yeah. Let me go.
Well, so let's, okay, there we go. Let's change the condition builder. So contains, let's change this to is, which I think should not matter, but
Well, if we're only getting one result, it'll work till somebody's an organizer of multiple groups. Let's get an early success. Oh.
Topic return values are empty object. Oh, it looks like our screen is off on the YouTube.
You can't see the test conversation.
Yeah. You're not missing much right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing over there.
This is what you missed. It's not working yet.
All right. So we are returning a group. Let's, should we make sure that that group is the right group? I'm going to pull that off on a different screen.
Oh, there you go.
And look that up real quick. So we've got
Events.
the meetup info. So this is where it's failing. So let's look at events.
What's your which group are you in?
It's the Houston.
Okay. That looks fine. Record looks fine. It's in the future.
Yeah, it's in the future.
Are you...
I just had a obvious thought. Wouldn't an organizer know when their next meetup is?
Yes.
Chuck, you're the one who made us do it this way.
We're aiming for the public later. How's that? We're still working on that vision. We need to.
And really, the answer is no, because there's multiple organizers for every event, and it's very easy to.
Okay, so Todd
to
Volpe
not know.
He might be organizing something, but you could be.
And also, even if I'm the organizer, I totally forget when the next one is. I have to go look it up.
Possible.
Because I'm bad. Is that the correct SysID?
That is not the correct SysID. No, wait. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong record.
For the Houston group. 9619D.
Yes, that is the correct group.
Okay.
Yes, that is 0AA. Yeah.
And there's a next events record.
There is a next event. So we're not passing the record appropriately. So let's look at look up next event groups and see what we've passed into that condition builder and see what is going on there.
This is the output of the last group. Should we kill this condition and just see if it can
just
find
see what
any?
the next anything is.
All right.
That seems reasonable.
And we'll go and script it. And
not opposed to that.
Still bombed
can't
out.
find a valid record.
And variables.
Drop into the variables again, just so we see. So look up next events is getting nothing.
Well, let's do
meetup.
let's kill the day part of the query.
Yeah.
Just go
give us a record.
So we want a meetup event.
Please, sir, can we have an event?
No.
No.
Okay, something's
variables
wrong.
Is also still nada.
Still not.
Okay. So something is wrong with our lookup next events. Let's take a look at that some more. This is not where I thought we'd get hung up today.
Yeah.
It never is. It's always the.
It never is. It's true. It never is.
Stuff.
Dev meetup. Could there be a? No, I mean, there's not going to be a security issue. Meetup events.
I mean, that's the right table. Dev meetup. And there are records in there for sure. I can see them. There's only 10, but oh no, there are records in there. There's
So
493 of them.
why do I have an issue?
When
Do I
you
have
don't
to
have a
have
condition,
a condition?
give it any condition, like reference
Active
settings.
is true. Date is not empty. Something.
Yeah, let's go. How about group is not empty?
Save and run.
I'm not optimistic at this point.
Andrew, this is upside down, Andrew. I almost did the Now Learning virtual agent course this morning and I was like, nah, I'll be fine. All right, so the variables look the same here.
Something tells me if we go down the scripted route, we're going to have to learn something about variables.
Well, we shouldn't. I mean, we're not doing anything crazy here.
Yeah, this is very
Is this
straightforward.
a bug?
Hey, drag look up next events above the other one.
Flip them.
Just because I want to see if somehow the ordering is
I love
angry.
that. That sounds
I had a
great.
similar idea. Okay.
All right. What?
Maybe
Yeah,
Oh, wait.
close this
Alphabetic
window
way.
and relaunch it.
Now reboot your
I
insert.
hope that's not what does it. All right, let's relaunch the test.
Wow.
It was the close and relaunch.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, everybody gets to take a drink on that
So
one.
let's. That's
strong enough for that.
That is a great thing to have found out. If you're following along, close out the testing window, relaunch it. So let's make sure that that's what it was.
How?
So, group contain.
I feel like I need a.
It's down. It's further down the path because we flipped them.
I think I moved it back.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, you did.
And we want
event date, event time.
Let's go event time.
At or after current minute.
Yeah.
I can debug some silly stuff.
Close and restart.
You wanted me to do that from the beginning, and I refused.
I did, and so that's why I would not run into this problem because I don't find the same bugs that end users find because I am a good steward, and so sometimes it's bad. That's bad. Because,
maybe that wasn't the issue.
Hey, there could be other issues, but that was definitely one of them.
that was an issue.
That was an issue.
So what I want to do now is take the group out.
Yeah, take the group out. That seems reasonable.
Get rid of you.
Save and test.
Save it. And test it.
All right.
You're going to Richmond in November.
So that means that it's probably just angry how you're passing in the group. So set it to like the sysid group.
Let's go.
It won't let you dot walk. So
can't dot walk.
Well, we could do this. What if we dot walk to the sysid of the lookup groups?
Oh, it might have been passing the display value or something silly.
Yeah, let's try it.
Pass the whole object. Here, match this.
Yeah. Either the display value or the whole object would have been very sad.
Nope.
Oh.
Maybe it just doesn't like contains.
Well, it should be is.
Now we gotta go match that. Well, it'll work. Is fine for one
You
group.
should still try the sys-ID though. You've already done this part.
Yeah,
I don't think we
do-
tested. I think we just tested contains after we did our close.
Yeah, but do input variables, lookup groups, sys-ID, if you would, please.
All right.
You'll sleep better tonight.
Save. Close.
Close.
Test. Boop. That's the right one too. Hey.
Hey.
So should we just take this and try to do it on the portal?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
do it.
We
I
have to
mean,
put it
that's
in.
How
all we've
fast we
got
can
time
make this
for.
happen.
So
Need a
let's-
topic?
We
We
need
do
a
need a
top-level
topic.
topic,
So I'm going to save and
publish.
we're going to publish. All right, so let's see how fast we can do this. We need a topic. Meetup.
It does seem like they're missing a sysparm query to set that type for you, doesn't it?
Keywords meetup. That sounds great. All right. And
Now, where do we
so
find our block?
let's yeah, we don't need to ask any questions. Let's just find our block. I think it's topic
Right there.
block.
It looks like
Bam.
Tetris.
And then next meetup, name next meetup,
Is that it? That's it?
save. Should we test this one?
No, that doesn't seem reasonable. Yeah, let's do it.
No record found.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Hey.
Publish. All right, now I'm gonna go service portal, I think.
And here I thought we were going to get to NLU.
Or is it under virtual agent? Agent chat, there we go.
Why is it always the ones you think will take 10 minutes?
Service portal agent chat configuration. We want to be on the portal this time.
Okay. New.
New name meetup order 0. I want it to run first. Portal
Meetup.
is, I think, yeah, it is called meetup portal.
Nice.
And then what do we do with the script here? Is
Where
this,
do you pick your-
maybe this is not the right way to do this.
This is agent chat.
Yeah.
This is the live agent chat. This isn't the virtual agent.
Maybe we do need to add the widget to the homepage.
Unless there's
that's not what I
a
want.
field on the portal itself.
Yeah, I think it's on
Pick
the
up your-
portal.
Check the portal. It might be like theme and
All right.
that kind of stuff that's on the portal.
That's what my memory serves. Is
I
that
have
it's
no
an
memory of it,
option
so-
on the portal itself.
Third one. Meetup portal.
Meetup, there we go.
Third one. External registration, social Q&A, 404.
I'm about to Google it.
Let's
Go to the portal and test what you did.
let's just let's add the widget. Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
look, it's already there.
something
Maybe-
showed up here.
Hey.
Maybe the agent
that's-
chat thing did
that's
work.
the agent chat.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
go.
ho, ho.
Hi, I'm your virtual agent. Let me know.
Say
how
I'm
much-
gonna
Meetup.
type meetup. Success.
Whew.
It did work.
Good. That's some victory right there.
The crowd really likes that one.
We've got. Do we want to do some NLU in the last 5 minutes?
Absolutely. Let's at least associate a thing with it so we can show the Paris feature at all.
Yeah, I was kind of joking, but now that you said that, I
Don't
think
we
should
need a
do that.
model built?
So we
we-
can do that from.
We don't even really need to do a model. All we really need to do is just to do what I want is just associate a model to the thing. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be the correct model.
Can I do that from designer now?
Yeah. From designer in the properties, set the So open up your thing.
Topics. I
Chris
think we
got a good
wanna
laugh
top
out of that. NLU in 5 minutes.
All right,
And
properties.
properties. Nope,
Okay.
it's not here. It's another place. It's, oh, I'm trying to remember where it is then. It is, I just did it yesterday. No, I guess it's somewhere else. Where is it? It's
Custom controls, topic blocks.
because you have to associate the NLU to the topic.
It's
Yeah, I
in the
mean-
topic. Didn't you go to the topic block?
No, he went to the
no,
topic.
I was in the topic.
Oh, you went to the topic. Okay.
So yeah,
Topic
it's
properties,
NLU in
so
the
first-
nav.
Did we? Okay, there's the models.
That's the model, but that's not where you associate it to.
Yeah, where's the builder?
Well, the builder's in Studio.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
you just go to Studio for that. It's, come on.
Topic properties was a suggestion. I don't know if we just looked at that. Let's try it again. No, we're there. No.
Go to the virtual agent settings. So like general settings. NLU settings.
NLU settings.
Enable.
Boom.
Now it'll-
Provider. Then you associate language. The languages are here.
So
you
enable us.
save.
Now we go back to the topic, right?
So now you save, and then it'll
Oh,
be a
set up
property on the.
topics. So I did turn on the NLU plugin earlier today. Not going to get
Yeah,
into
to
it.
So
flip that
return
way.
back to the virtual
Should we
agent
go back to the
builder
designer.
and now go to your topic.
Why are we not? Oh, well.
There we go.
Languages showed up, which is great. So now you
Sweet.
set up the
And-
NLU model here.
No models. I enabled a plugin that had some models. I wonder if there's some sort of filter on
The
it.
models have to be published
Oh,
for them to show up.
Hmm.
So go back to models and publish one.
Where did we go?
Can you
I
say-
did that through Studio.
No, it's just type NLU.
That was this model.
Yeah, and see, it's in draft state and it's not published, so it needs to be trained and published.
I can't train it, right? Oh,
There you go, and now you can publish it. And
where's
now
it?
you can choose it back in the virtual agent designer topic properties
All right, we have
page.
about 15 seconds left.
Yeah. How fast can you do it, Brad?
properties.
There you go. And then you
No
need an
intents.
intent, which we don't have any.
Let's refresh the list. There we go.
But if you save it, you should. Oh, yeah, we have to generate some intents for that.
Yeah.
The thing we want to be able to see is there's a new tab as soon as you choose your intent that you can adjust you can add the intent phrases right here from in the designer.
Oh, nice. So you don't have to go into the builder.
So you don't
Yeah.
have to go into the builder once you actually have an associated intent with the topic. The other thing we get here, which is nice, is the languages tab at the top.
Mhm.
Allows you to associate multiple mappings per language. So you get a mapping per language. So English gets a model and intent, and French or German get a model and intent. And you can do all this from the virtual agent designer, but you do actually have to have some intents first.
Yeah. All right.
I think that's as far as we can get today. We will come back to this though.
All right. I am going to stop the share.
That was adding NLU in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and we were close. We were almost there.
NLU is way easier than the lookup records step.
Who'd have thought, huh?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So I learned that I need to close that tab, the test tab that opens all the time, and that was a helpful thing to learn.
I'm not going to forget that now.
I won't either, and I think that's something that I could have struggled with that for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And we struggled with it on your behalf, viewers. You got to laugh at us. It refreshed. It loaded the things. It looked like it was working, but it was stuck in the past.
Yeah, because Flow Designer, you do have to refresh, when you want to get new data into it, because it loads everything at the beginning.
Yeah, but the script debugger doesn't need to be closed and reopened. What's up with that?
Yeah, the test window. It seems interesting that it doesn't do a full reload, but now we know.
Yeah.
Click the test button. I don't think I ran into that very much when it was a pop-out window. I would just close it when I was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're constantly closing it and opening it.
Yeah. But since it's its own tab, it feels weird that it needs to be treated that way now.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna write a note about that one too. Well, that was fun, Brad. Thank you for taking us through that, and we'll come back and visit the virtual agent experience there a little bit more now that we have something working.
Yeah,
I told you it was a low bar because we didn't have any VA in this instance before, a couple hours ago. So, and no topics created of our own. So that was good. Coming up, news in the future is we've got Hacktoberfest is next month. You should be seeing a blog about that from us on the developer site next week, most likely. Talking about that, we're going to be focusing on now experience, so building or adjusting custom components, and then carrying over from last year on our spoke creation from last year, we're going to be enhancing some existing spokes is the focus for our Hacktoberfest events this year. So if you're unaware, Hacktoberfest is a event that is sponsored by DigitalOcean and a bunch of other developer companies go in all together on this and urge people to contribute to open source and collaborate. And so if you do 4 pull requests to public repos during the window of October, they'll send you a shirt. And there'll be some organized events, and the event organizers get swag and they hand it out. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out in this virtual world this time, but that's what we did last year, and it was pretty great. I went to Minneapolis, right? I think it's Minneapolis. God, I hope I picked the right where Jace Benson's meetup is.
That's
and
Minneapolis.
we had an event there, and it was a lot of fun. And he got a whole nice big box of swag to hand out for his event, and that was a lot of fun. And we built some spokes, and we contributed those to GitHub, and we'll be doing similar events this year. Your podcast probably has a release. It's almost there. You go.
I'm sure branding will approve of this, won't they?
Breakpoint. So bit.ly/sn-breakpoint. Is there a dash between break and point there?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the ServiceNow Developer Podcast. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed and listened. We're doing very, very well. Spread the word. Tell your colleagues. Share it in your developer meetups. There's a lot of great information. And we had one episode with Brad. We've got one coming up with Andrew. We've got more in the pipeline. So looking forward to bringing you all that content very, very soon. We'll have another one next
Awesome.
week on the 16th of September. So
Well, let's wrap up with the rating of the beverages.
it's going to be interesting.
Round the horn.
We're all scraping the barrel.
Yeah. So before we get to my beverage, we did publish a blog today about developer MVPs for next year. So if you are interested in being a developer MVP, or you're just interested in knowing, what the developer MVP program is, we published something that kind of goes through why we do developer MVPs and what it is, and then a really high level criteria that we use to determine who is a developer MVP for next year. So go to the blog, it's developer.servicenow.com, and it'll be the first thing there, and find out a little bit more about developer MVPs.
Well, thanks so much for that, Brad. And now
right.
your rating.
I had the Shiner Light Blonde, and I don't know, it was good for a light beer. I'm going to give it a 3.75, which is probably as high as you can get at being a light beer for me. So yeah.
That sounds like the ceiling.
I'm doing a Dos Equis, and I'm really kind of getting tired of these. So even with our success factor, I'm giving it a 3.25.
3.25. Oh,
Something else.
ouch. Man.
Wow.
And my black mocha stout from Highland Brewing in Asheville here in North Carolina, where I'm at, it's actually pretty good. It's not what I'd pick on a hot day like today, but it's pretty good. So it's a solid 4.
Right.
Especially with our victory. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back again is our plan right now for next week. And have a great weekend, and we'll see you coding next time.
Take care. Bye.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.